I think we are live on both. Yeah, so we are live on YouTube and Twitch. Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. We are, well, I am currently flying in Australia, Alice Springs. We're just going to fly around a bit. So the reason for my flight is I've actually got, so this is the flight yoke that I do fly with. You've got your throttle quadrants area, your throttle control over here, and your pitch accesses. And so for the helicopter, this is nice, right? This is cool. I've learned to kind of manage this little switch here, and for the most part, it's been pretty cool. And then a friend said, hey, why don't you try this out? So this is what he used for Star Citizen. So we've got a whole, yeah, it's a whole throttle control and so much more. So I've spent a little bit just to kind of get used to what is going on with the controls, and I've managed to get most of it pretty much done. So yeah, we are in Alice Springs, and you know what, we are going to fly around and maybe just head off to, you know what, let's just fly around the area and then have a look. So the whole idea is just to test the system, see what's going on. I've also got head tracking. So head tracking just allows me to look up and down and, you know, just enjoy the views a little bit more. Okay, so we're inside the helicopter, and yeah, what I do like about this is I now have a dedicated throttle management that I can use quite nicely. I am just going to switch this section on, because here with this little tool I can kind of see what is happening with the cyclics and where my trim is. So I am fairly new still with flying helicopters and trying to kind of come into my own with them, so this is quite fun. Just moving over, so we got our co-pilot Linda, who's just gonna chill here, and I am going to get this party started. I never know where to put this. Like, is it in the way? Yeah, obviously we can't put it there. I don't really want to I don't want to put it in a place where it might be a little bit of a problem. So maybe, you see, making it even smaller. Okay, let's put it there, because now I can look over if I need to, and yeah, just look around and see what's going on. Cool, let's take off. We're obviously in a bit of a tree area, so I'm gonna start pushing the helicopter to a hover and apply some right rudder just to combat. Oh, this is actually very nice with this throttle section, because now I can manage it a little bit better. It just feels more, it feels smoother, it feels way more responsive. It is actually quite nice. Okay, so we're going to just build up some power here, and then let's see if we can get ourselves out of this tree area and not hit buildings. Okay, so we are gaining power quite quickly. Alright, so I'm just going to fix what we see. So, alright, so also there's a button. So I'm just going to kind of set that we've got our see. There's still quite, it's very sensitive as well, to be honest. Alright, let's set our trim a little bit out, and let's have a look at Alice Springs, and see. So now, hey, that is so nice. This is a really nice unit. It is responsive. I can just slowly move everything back what I need to, work on trims. Yeah, this is fun. This is really... Alright, so as we're flying around here, just enjoying the view and seeing what is going on, getting used to the controls of this PXN, what's it, 2119? Like this, it gives you a way more responsive feel, I suppose. So this one also comes with vibration, which is interesting. It's not currently turned on, so I can't really give you an idea if it's good or not. Maybe what I can do is off stream I can maybe just see what the difference is. I mean, maybe there is some responsive feedback that just gives you a little bit more of that that feeling of the system is not fighting you, but it is giving you that responsive feedback. Alright. Okay, just leaning back in my chair a little bit, it just gives us a bit of a wider angle. Yeah, that's cool. Also, actually, I was told I should try out DCS as well. I think what's cool is DCS. It's a little bit more of a combat flight simulator, right? With simulation as part of its core. It is combat orientated. So I'm a little bit nervous to try and see how that is gonna go. But this is feeling super smooth. It is such a nice unit. I think they price for, okay, so I'm going to talk South African rands. I think it's about maybe 4,500 rand, I think. But quality though, the plastic obviously it feels very plasticky. It's very like it actually kind of feels a bit more like my my other controller, my chibi. So it does feel like that kind of material. You can feel it's PXN, which is great. The stick just feels the yoke feels very nice, and comfortable in your hands. You've got a little rest piece where you can rest your hand on. It comes with, what's this, 15, 16 buttons. I mean, oh, I could actually use that to set my trims. That is actually much nicer to have it there. So there's a button at my index finger on my left hand that it acts as a hat switch. So that could actually be quite nice for trims. You know what, I actually want to quickly try that. So I'm going to active pause the sim. We're going to go to the settings quickly. Go to settings controls. Alright, so we are me, not we. It's always funny how we always go hi, and we are going to go here, and no, you're the gamer, you're gonna do it. Alright, so increase rotolateral trim. That's gonna be that button. Okay, so it doesn't have 16 buttons, it's got like 154. Increase rotor. That's gonna be down, and that's gonna be towards me. Okay, so 20 buttons. Let's see, there's also another thing I wanted to check. It was... no, I can't think of it now. Alright, so we are back. Okay, so if you check, yeah, that works nicely. So if you look at the screen over here, with the hat on the right hand, on the right hand, your thumb moves up and it gets a little bit in the way. With this, what's beautiful about this is I can just use my index finger on my left hand, and it feels like moving a mouse, and I can actively just sit and... But this is cool. This is fun. So legit, I am... Okay, there I'm holding onto the yoke now. And it is very, very smooth. As we give the daily traffic report of what is happening, I'm just going to reset the camera so it is going to jump a little bit. So there's a jump, and right. So essentially then what you could do is you could set camera on your right hand to rotate. Now, I suppose you could on your right thumb. That could work as well. So it comes with a pinky trigger and an index trigger, which is a little bit strange to try and get used to, but it is. I can see the benefits of it, especially in a button hungry simulator game like Flight. Maybe in DCS it might be a little bit different. I'm not 100% sure. So, right, so we're going. If we have a look at the power. I'm just going to push the power up a little bit. The aircraft's going to gain some altitude. so there is a little bit of dead zone that I feel to the left. I think it's something I can live with. Okay, so haha, that is an interest. My left hand did kind of pull the power back, and yeah, so I can kind of see how that could be a little bit of a problem, but I wonder if just a stiffness like knobby to the left hand side of the throttle quadrant, and I don't, could be that it is directly to do with that if you do lean your hand, that it doesn't lean back and reduce power on the vehicle, or the aircraft, not vehicle, aircraft. Okay. Cool. We're going to go into a bit of a external view. Seeing Australia, I thought there was just like complete desert, but clearly I was wrong. Let's see if here we are. So that's where we took off, and this is, I mean, how stable is this, right? This helicopter is just, there's no issues with your throttle going up and down, or this is great. Where would this is really cool. Alright, we're gonna, I think, let's head over to whatever this section is in here, and let's go see what's going on there. Get that out of the way as we see the morning light push over the area. Let's increase some power, gain some altitude, use some pitch. I mean, this is great. This is, if you're looking for a flight, and I'm not sponsored in any way by anyone with this, this HOTAS is like great. I am super impressed with what I'm able to do, and just, I'm not fighting the controls. Alright, yeah, I'm not completely in reality flying, but I'm not fighting the controls as with your cheaper PXN type unit. It feels more responsive. It gives you a million buttons to program, and I've got my right hand off of the yoke, and I'm controlling this helicopter that is stable in a slight climb, and now it's going to come back down, and I can just manage everything with my index finger. That is great. That is, someone please buy me one of these, because this is how you fly helicopters in flights in 2024. You're not fighting it. You're not trying to see if your throttle's in the right place or not. It's just, it's smooth, it's responsive, it manages everything just great. yeah, okay, so obviously tweaking here and there with sensitivities and all of that would probably be the way to go, but it feels just so much better. Okay, yes, honestly, the higher price you pay for premium product, yeah, you know what? You get that, right? But this is truly like, it just makes the whole experience so much better and so much smoother as well. It's like kind of, how can I put it? It's when you ride a motorcycle, right? So you've got a motorcycle, it's got no ABS, no technology features or anything like that. Then you get onto a GS that just, it's got traction control, ABS, heated seats, suspension management, everything. It is great to have, right? And that's the only thing I can compare it to right now. I suppose we could do toasters, but I mean, I don't know too much about toasters to tell you. Maybe if you're used to toasting bread on, I don't know, an oven plate. Don't know, and now suddenly you go, oh my goodness, we can toast two slices of toast at the same time, you know, and I don't know. I don't know how to make it more relatable. I suppose another way would be if you've got a bicycle and you're only used to it having 3 gears on your bicycle, and you know, I don't know, and then suddenly you get this unit of a bicycle that you can climb out a hill with ease, with little effort. That's the difference, I suppose. Which is great. I mean, I can now, not to say that I didn't enjoy the scenery earlier, but there would be a constant, I would constantly be, where's that image? So I would constantly be fighting this to keep the aircraft at altitude. Now with this, and you set your trim there, so currently, so just in front of this, there's 3 buttons here, and then right in front of it, right next to this, there's a hat switch like this, and it's great. It's smooth. I can sit here, as you can see, the little X's there, and I want to trim my aircraft to the right, and there goes my index finger. And we trim back. Okay, so obviously, alright, so with helicopters, you kind of don't want to do this, right? I mean, but the idea is, it's working great. They have now, so you can see me moving the cyclic around. Yeah, anyway, I mean, taking any and all sponsors at this point in stage to get myself one of these, because yeah, I'm using it now because you know, the guy's not actively using it. And I believe Star Citizen has got like some patches coming out, but only next year. And yeah, so he bought it specifically for Star Citizen. I played it a little bit, but I don't know, there's something lacking in Star Citizen over like Elite Dangerous, right? Because I mean, well, as far as I can recall and remember, the Elite Dangerous, the guys who started Elite Dangerous left and then went to go and do Star Citizen. Whatever, I don't know why, but I mean, even in that game, I know you can do, you know what I'm going to do just while we talk about this, because this seems like something stupid to do. So I'm dropping power, the aircraft's dipping forward, and I'm gaining altitude, or speed, not altitude, I'm gaining airspeed, and I can do it effortlessly. So anyway, with Elite Dangerous, just I enjoyed Elite Dangerous to a point, and I love the, I'm a sucker for learning how to cold start a A320 or something like that, right? I like that kind of stuff. So I'll go and toggle little buttons and, you know, learn what you need to do in certain scenarios with the Cessna 152s and 172s, how to put your flight path in and things like that. So that's still something I am learning with the helicopters. And like I know Asobo and Microsoft Flight Sim are implementing a lot of, so you see there, I agree, they are implementing quite a bit of fixes, especially with helicopters as well. So it would be great to see where it goes. And I mean, I'd like to put a whole thing where it's like right now I'll say, hey, let's fly around here, and I follow some kind of flight path, but it's not the same as what the guys do with airliners, right? I mean, right now at the back of us, we kind of don't have any passengers. I suppose we could put in. So that's obviously where we want to try and get to with that. But yeah, like this has been, like, I really enjoy flying helicopters and giving everybody certain scenes and what they can look out for, and you know, the views in this game is just great. But this just pushed my interest to a whole new level. Alright, so I'm quickly just going to see where we are. Okay, we are not there. I mean, now I can use the mouse and I can go around and I can click on things, and I can actually interact with things without going, oh no, you know, oh, where are we now? It's yeah. Alright, anyway. If there's nothing wrong with cheaper yokes, right? There's nothing wrong with enjoying a game with a joystick. And if, like, I just thought, I'm not, again, I reiterate, or no, I announce I'm not sponsored by PXN. However, I mean, it would be great, right? I got the opportunity to check out this system, and I'm enjoying it. This is going to, for the next, I don't know, couple of weeks or so, however long I am allowed to play with it, like I am going to enjoy the hell out of this thing. So yeah, if you're in the market for, this is not a review. I mean, it is, I suppose, kind of. But if you're in the market for something and you feel you want to upgrade your experience in Flight Sim or any other game, would I say, for that matter, I'd say check this out. And this unit is just, it's great. It's fun to play. It's super smooth. Alright, so we are back in the hometown. I'm going to see if we can just, I'm recentering the camera and just see if we can find a place where we can land. Let's see, let's see, I think what's that over there? Yeah, so that's giving me alright. Let's see where we can land. And one of the greats, like, I mean, when I moved over to head track, yeah, it can be a little bit annoying, and you know, things don't work as well, and you've got paid systems that are just fantastic. But I mean, I'm having a blast of a time just with the simplest things, right? Alright, so let's dial back on the, oh, that is so good. So now I can actually pinpoint where my power throttle should be. Pull back a little bit. Can I land? Don't know if we can land there. Actually not sure. Alright, but let's find a landing spot. We are slowly coming to... Okay, let's bleed off some speed. I'm going to just reset the Premiere. And then let's see if we can drop it down. This is also now something new, right? So now I need to... like, I can kind of feel... Yeah, the landing is just so much smoother. It's... You can actually just do so much more with a HOTAS. I mean, I suppose for everybody else who knows, like, it is a game changer. Okay, so let's see, it's something I'm not used to. Right, stable hover. I could never do a stable hover like this. Yeah, funsies. Cool. Reduce. Set this bit down, slow and easy. This one skip down. Cool. Oh, that's it. That's yeah. Switch off. So one button I need to kind of do is actually this one that just brings this power down. Let's hit the rudder brake. blade's gonna stop at some point. Yeah. I like the little cockpit, looks good. Yeah, obviously the head tracking is a little bit all over the place, but yeah. Alright, so head tracking is going to go into static. I'm going to get out of the helicopter. Try and find my mouse. Okay, there we go. Now, so this is the Robbins R66, and yeah, she handled like a dream today. We are in Alice Springs, well, in Australia. I don't think it's Alice Springs specifically, but it is in Australia. Linda, say goodbye to the people. You rude woman. Oh well. Yeah, cool. This is Saturday morning in Australia, and yeah. Thank you for watching, and you guys have yourself a good one. Be safe, be kind, and always enjoy the adventure. Cheers.